For a signal to be honest, it has to be costly. If not, everyone would imitate it. This is known as the Zahavian signal. It's exactly why prestigious places and programs expect so much. It's why American service people have to pass extreme physical tests and not just do 5 sit-ups. It's why gangs mandate that their initiations are brutal. And it's even why men and women expect so much from one another. If something is not costly, everyone could imitate it. That means it's not special. It's even why the cost of an engagement ring matters a lot, which is something I'm going to talk about in a little bit. There's a clip from a show called Extreme Cheapskates that's going viral, right? And this guy, Greg, takes a girl on a date and he takes her to this barbecue joint. And out the jump, the dude says, one of the best things about the place is that they let you keep the utensils, right? Whatever. Then they finally get to order their food. And he tells her to order from the kids menu, right? And at this point, the girl's weirded out and she's not enjoying the date at all, right? But she gets to ordering from the kids menu. And then Greg says that they're going to share the meal. You know, think whatever she thinks. At least Greg doesn't hide the ball. He's cheap and he's honest about it. He even told her that he only flushes the toilet once a week to save money on the water bill, right? The girl, understandably, was not happy with the date. She didn't say anything, which respect to her, but her face said it all, right? And this clip got a lot of people to react. There's a good amount of people shaming the girl for disliking the date because of Greg's cheapness. The guys that are shaming her, you know, they do what they always do. They moan and groan about gold diggers or something like that, right? And the girls shaming her are almost using her as a stepping stool to make themselves look better. And I don't know for who, other than the guys that are tripping over the fact that an adult woman expected an adult meal from an adult man who asked her on the date. But the girls are, you know, they're talking about, of course, how they would never, right? And everyone's different and entitled to their own opinion. But I think that this backlash shows that the Zahavian signal is something that people don't understand. Before anybody says something, I'm not saying to look at the charge on the bill and reject guys or girls who don't blow on you. And I'm also just not talking to girls, I'm talking to everybody. The Zahavian signal is also not just about money and material things. The Zahavian signal is simply an indicator that a gesture is genuine and special when it is costly. The important word is cost. Get it out of your head right now. Price is not cost. When it comes to money, price is a number. And cost is how that number affects whoever pays. Value is how much you can get out of something at a given time. Price, cost, and value are all different things. And a lot of the times they're not even related to one another. But again, the Zahavian signal is not just about money and material things. And price, cost, and value do not just relate to money. In life, price is what you give in exchange for something. Cost is how much giving up what you gave affects you. And value is what you get out of that. For example, school. The price to get into Harvard is 4 years of no sleep and an impressive resume, right? The cost for someone who has zero responsibilities other than school is lower than for someone else who has 10 younger siblings, a full-time job to support the family, and goes to a horrible school district. They're paying the same price, but the cost is more for the second example. And the value, of course, depends on what they do after Harvard or gain from going to Harvard. But we're talking about dating, And when it comes to dating, at least as it relates to the Zahavian signal, only price and cost matter. What I'm not saying is to look at what someone gives you or how much of something someone gives up. This is looking at price. But what I am saying is to look at how what they're doing affects them. Cost. Let's say I clone myself right now and said, let's go on a date. And me and my clone are the same people and we live the same life, except I work and he doesn't. Everything else about us and our life is exactly the same. I take you to McDonald's and my clone tells you to do your nails and do your hair because you're going to go eat good tonight, right? I pay $20 in total. My clone pays $50. Remember, we're the same guy, and let's say both dates were great. Literally everything was the same, except for the price and for the fact that I work. You would be lying if you told me you wouldn't leave thinking my clone is more romantic, sweet, and worthy of a chance with you than I was. Why? Not because of where he took you, because your date with me at McDonald's went good too, but because it cost him more. He doesn't work and still wanted to sacrifice those $50 on you. Think about that. Yes, the price for him was more, but the cost was too. He might as well have given you a piece of his heart. And let's say another scenario in which the price is actually the same. Because in this example, the price for him was also bigger. But let's say the price is the same. And let's say we both took you on the same date, same place, same meal, everything, right? And we both pay $50. But remember that I work. Still, you'd appreciate him for sacrificing more than you would appreciate me. The price is the same, but the cost is more for him. And if you had to guess, right? Let's say your girls were saying, well, you had to make a choice between me or him. And your girls were saying, well, who do you like more? Who do you think likes you more? Who do you think will value more? And you had to guess. You would definitely guess him. Because for me to take you on that date does not mean as much. Simply because it wasn't as costly. This is exactly what the Zahavian signal is. And it's not just about money. Let's say I play video games all day. And my clone is Mr. Dr. CEO family man with a 4.0 GPA at Harvard, right? He's always busy. And let's say you date us both. And I spend my entire week with you. I'm always on FaceTime with you. I'm always at your house. You're always at mine and all that stuff. And my clone only spends a few hours with you a week and FaceTimes you a lot less. Obviously, me and you would probably create more memories because that's natural, spending more time with somebody. But you would probably cherish the time my clone spends with you more because you know that he's busy. He doesn't just have to tell you that he's busy, but you can see it just because of what he has on his plate and where and how he dedicates his time and what results this is getting him in life. My price is bigger. I spend literally all my time with you, but his cost is bigger than mine. His time is actually valuable. His time is money. His time is actually worth something. And he gives a lot less of it to you, of course. But the little that he gives means so much. The smaller price that he pays has a higher cost. He knows he can do other things and still he chooses you. The hour that he gives up affects him more than the 2 days that I give you. Now, guess, if you had to guess between me or him, who would give up more for you? Who do you mean more to? Me with nothing to do with my life, or him with a lot to do who still dedicates a little bit of his time to you? It's really not a hard guess. And this is why I don't blame women for wanting a nice engagement ring. I honestly don't know a single woman who expects $1 million ring from anybody who doesn't make $1 billion every month. All a woman hopes for is that an engagement ring is costly, not pricey. She wants to feel like you really want her and that you are that committed to her, that you gave up that much. Men, this applies to you too. I know I'm talking in the context of women, but it doesn't change the fact that we still appreciate when a woman does something costly regardless of its price. Years ago, years ago, I don't even know if she remembers, but I had a girl gift me something that till this day is the most amazing gift I have received. It was $0, but it took more time than you'd think it took. And for everything that was on that girl's plate, God bless her soul. If someone with less on their plate did the same thing that she did, it wouldn't mean as much to me. And if I showed you that thing, you wouldn't think anything of it. This is the Zahavian signal, and also why you shouldn't let outside opinions evaluate what you have going on in your life or between you and somebody else. They don't know the costs. They don't know anything but the price because the price is all that they see. They don't know that that $20 shirt that your mom gifted you is so important because she only has $50 to her name. Think about that. Look at cost, not price. Not just when it comes to money, but when it comes to time and effort. A lot of people overlook somebody's efforts. How much do they actually try for you? Not just try, but actually try. Because everyone can just try. How much do they listen? And if they do listen, how much do they have on their mind? Are you the only thing that they have in their brain, or are they juggling a few things and still listening? How much do they try their best to make you feel like only you matter? And are you the only thing ever in front of them? Or are you always in a room full of people trying to talk to them and of things going on in life, and they still try to make you feel like you're the only one that exists? Cost, not price. I'm not telling you who to value, what to value, or who to date. You choose what you want. If you want someone who pays a high price, but at a low cost, because they have all the time in the world, all the money in the world, and nothing going on, you do that. If that makes you happy, please be happy. Do that. And if you want somebody who pays a low price, but at a high cost, you do that too. It's all really just a preference. But at least recognize your preference and recognize what something takes of someone and not just what something is. The Zahavian signal. Let me know what you think. Stay safe and enjoy your day.